Are you preparing for the DVSA UK Driving Theory Test 2026? In this video, we'll cover the latest and most important questions and answers that are highly likely to appear in your exam. Make sure you watch till the end, test your knowledge, and boost your chances of passing on your first attempt. Question number 1. You're being overtaken by a long, heavily laden lorry. What should you do if it's taking a long time for it to overtake? Option A, change direction. Option B, speed up. Option C, slow down. Option D, hold your speed. Correct option is C. A heavily loaded lorry needs more time and space to pass safely. Slowing down helps the driver complete the overtake more easily and reduces risk. Question number 2. You're traveling at the legal speed limit. What should you do if the vehicle behind approaches quickly, flashing its headlights? Option A, accelerate to make a gap behind you. Option B, allow the vehicle to overtake. Option C, maintain your speed to prevent the vehicle from overtaking. Option D, touch the brakes sharply to show your brake lights. Correct option is B. You shouldn't block another driver, even if you're within the speed limit. Let them pass safely to avoid tension or unsafe situations. Question number 3. You're driving in traffic at the speed limit for the road. What should you do if the driver behind is trying to overtake? Option A, accelerate to get away from the driver behind. Option B, move closer to the car ahead, so the driver behind has no room to overtake. Option C, wave the driver behind to overtake when it's safe. Option D, keep a steady course and allow the driver behind to overtake. Correct option is D. Maintain a steady speed and position so the other driver can overtake safely. Sudden changes can increase danger. Question number 4. What should you do when a person herding sheep asks you to stop? Option A, try to get past quickly. Option B, continue on but drive slowly. Option C, stop and switch off your engine. Option D, ignore them as they have no authority. Correct option is C. Animals can behave unpredictably. Stopping and switching off your engine helps avoid frightening them and prevents accidents. Question number 5. You're parked on the road at night. When must you use parking lights? Option A, when you're near a bus stop. Option B, when you're facing oncoming traffic. Option C, when the speed limit exceeds 30 miles per hour. Option D, when there are continuous white lines in the middle of the road. Correct option is C. Parking lights are required on roads with speed limits above 30 miles per hour so your vehicle remains visible to others in low light conditions. Question number 6. How can you reduce the environmental harm caused by your motor vehicle? Option A, don't service it. Option B, keep engine revs low. Option C, drive faster than normal. Option D, only use it for short journeys. Correct option is B. Driving with lower engine revs reduces fuel consumption and emissions, helping to minimize environmental damage. Question number 7. What should you remove from your car before leaving it unattended? Option A, the vehicle registration document. Option B, the car dealer's details. Option C, the owner's manual. Option D, the service record. Correct option is A. Leaving the registration document in the car can make it easier for thieves to sell or misuse your vehicle. Question number 8. What should you do when you're using a contraflow system? Option A, increase speed to get through the contraflow more quickly. Option B, follow other motorists closely to avoid long queues. Option C, choose an appropriate lane in good time. Option D, switch lanes to make better progress. Correct option is C. Plan ahead and stay in the correct lane early, as space is limited and traffic is often close in contraflow systems. Question number 9. What's the main cause of skidding? Option A, the weather. Option B, the road. Option C, the vehicle. Option D, the driver. Correct option is D. Skidding usually happens due to driver actions, such as harsh braking or poor control, especially in difficult conditions. Question number 10. What should you do when you park a car facing downhill? Option A, park close to the bumper of another car. Option B, turn the steering wheel towards the curb. Option C, park with two wheels on the curb. Option D, turn the steering wheel away from the curb. Correct option is B. Turning the wheels towards the curb helps stop the car from rolling forward if the brakes fail, as the tires will catch against the curb. Question number 11. Do you need to plan rest stops when you're planning a long journey? Option A, no, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. Option B, no, only fuel stops will be needed. Option C, yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour. Option D, yes, regular stops help concentration. Correct option is D. Taking regular breaks helps you stay alert and focused, reducing the risk of fatigue-related accidents. Question number 12. You're following a slower-moving vehicle. What should you do if there's a junction just ahead on the right? Option A, accelerate quickly to overtake before reaching the junction. Option B, slow down and prepare to overtake on the left. Option C, overtake after checking your mirrors and signaling. Option D, only consider overtaking when you're past the junction. Correct option is D. Overtaking near a junction is risky because vehicles may turn or emerge unexpectedly. Wait until it's completely safe. Question number 13. What type of vehicle displays this yellow sign? Option A, a school bus. Option B, a broken-down vehicle. Option C, a private ambulance. Option D, an ice cream van. Correct option is A. This sign is used on vehicles carrying children, warning drivers to be cautious as they may stop suddenly. Question number 14. You've just been overtaken by this motorcyclist. What should you do if the rider cuts in sharply? Option A, keep a safe gap. Option B, flash your lights. Option C, brake firmly. Option D, sound the horn. Correct option is A. Ease off and increase your following distance. Sudden braking or reacting aggressively could cause a collision. Question number 15. When may you use hazard warning lights? Option A, when you're double parked on a two-way road. Option B, when driving on a motorway to warn traffic behind of a hazard ahead. Option C, when your direction indicators aren't working. Option D, when warning oncoming traffic that you intend to stop. Correct option is B. Hazard lights can be used to alert drivers behind you of danger ahead, especially on fast roads like motorways. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more UK driving theory test practice videos. Keep practicing, stay confident, and good luck with your test. You've got this.